Hey guys, today I don't really know what I'm going to be sharing with you guys because we're not going anywhere or anything. And well, actually Jeff is going to go get the truck checked again after he gets home because it's still not running right. On the way down to the mobile home yesterday, it started acting really wonky, and so gotta get it checked again. He thinks he may know what it is, so if it is, hopefully it can be fixed easily and he can do it. If not, I mean, he can fix most anything wrong with it, but we gotta know what it is so we don't spend a ton of money putting, you know, parts on it that don't need to be changed. But whenever they did the diagnostic, the spark plugs and wires was the problem on the diagnostic. So either they gave us bad plug or wire or wires or whatever, or something else is wrong. Because if it still calls for spark plugs and wires, we just changed those. They were brand new. And so hopefully it'll tell us. But I don't know what I'm doing today other than I am editing. I've got to work on the scripture writing plan because I need to get that done so I can just have it done, so I can have it for next month. There's part of me that wants to go ahead and pack up all the little, like, let me just go in there and show you. Okay, so we're in the bedroom and I'm talking about this little cubby thing, which has stuff on it that doesn't belong, but that is where my undergarments are housed, my socks, all the things. So I kind of want to go ahead and pack that up and just keep what I need, and like what I need right now, because I do have some things, like certain socks that I only wear in the winter time. Definitely not going to be happening right now. But I'm thinking about packing it, like, what am I trying to say? Putting what I need to keep right now in a little cubby by itself, and then all the rest of it take down to the mobile home. The only thing is, if I take that whole unit down there, which I could take just the cubbies and it'd be fine, but if I take the whole unit down there, I don't know where we're going to sit our fan, and we sleep with that fan every night. And I know a lot of people think that's weird, but there's a whole lot of us that don't. We need fans. So I'm trying to figure out if I want to do that. There was a comment today on my video that got me wondering something. The lady that commented, she said that she thinks that the reason why my Keurig gets so dirty, which it doesn't really get any more dirty than other, like my sister uses the store-bought pods, and my friend does too, and mine's not any dirtier than theirs, but she thinks that maybe that's why that mine maybe has grossed me out so bad. It's because I refill them myself. Either way, I've already decided I'm getting rid of it because the French press coffee has been tasting a lot better to me, and I don't think it's a mine thing. I remember drinking only French press coffee before mine broke. I was drinking French press coffee, and then because I had a glass one, and when I was washing it one day, I accidentally dropped it in the sink and it cracked. So of course you couldn't use it anymore, it was broken. So I had to throw it away, and then I didn't want to buy another glass one, so I would not buy one until I found a stainless steel one. And I didn't want to spend a ton of money, so I started using my percolator, and then the percolator was more work. I didn't really want to do that, and sometimes I would perk it a little too long, and it was a little too not happy with me. I wasn't happy with it. I never did, like, I haven't mastered the art of the perk. Anyway, so I ended up getting the Keurig when that happened. But I do remember liking French press coffee a lot better even then. It's not harder either. Because I have, well, now, if I did not have the little kettle, the water kettle, it probably would be, because I'd have to boil water and all that stuff. But anyways, but she's got me wondering, is it because of that? Is it because of that the reason why? So you guys let me know that have told me stories about yours. Let me, and I'm not going to talk about it anymore, I hope, after this. It's just got me curious, you know. I'm a very curious person. I analyze things, and now I want to know, since some of you have told me like mushrooms were growing in yours, mold was growing in yours, and you thought you were cleaning it and all this stuff. It's got me wondering, do you feel your own, or do you use the store-bought? Because if it's because I feel my own, mystery solved. You know what I'm saying? But that's what she thinks it may be. Which I am grateful for all the suggestions and thoughts, because y'all know I wouldn't talk to you about it if I didn't want your thoughts. I would keep it to myself. But anyway, I'm going to go for now because I've been sitting here talking for a while. And I'll come back whenever I'm doing something else that's productive. I guess talking to y'all is productive. Yeah, it is. Okay, so I thought I had another one of the little cubbies, but I guess I don't, or I can't find it. I don't know where it's at. All there is to it, I don't know where it's at. So, I thought I had like several more. And I don't want to wait until Jeff gets home for him to tell me. I feel like I have to sneeze. Another one of those times that I just wish I would have left the camera on instead of, because now I feel the sneeze in there, but it won't come out. It's alright. Anyway, I have a lot of clothes. But one reason why I have a lot of clothes is I don't separate my winter and summer clothes. They're all in one place. I did try doing that one time. I think it was last year. Didn't do me any good. I just took them out and started wearing them again. It just was pointless for me to do that. So, I don't do that. All my clothes for all year round are all together at all times. And I do have a lot of clothes, as I explained when I was folding my pajamas. Sometimes certain material I cannot wear. Other times it's fine and I do like it. Sometimes the one that I love I cannot stand. I don't understand my body. I don't understand why I'm that weird sensitivity to things. I don't know why I do that, but I do. I can't help it. It's just the way I am. I've always been that way. I was that little girl pulling in her clothes because they were annoying. So yeah, that's how it is. And I do have an abundance of clothes, but let me tell y'all, I used to have more. I did. I had a whole lot more. I got rid of so many clothes. And now that I have that rule of bring something in, you got to take something out, I'm not buying as much, and that's keeping me from purchasing more because I like what I have right now. So I don't have, I think I said, but I don't know because of the sneezy wheezy things, it didn't ever happen. But I can't find the other ones of these, and I don't want to wait till Jeff gets home. I think I started saying that. So I'm just going to take these socks out of this one, and I'm going to use this one to stay here. It's a pair of insoles because it came in a pack of 3. I'm going to put what I'm keeping into this one, what I'm keeping here, and then everything else I'll take down there. I'll keep these just to, well, I don't, yeah, I'm going to keep them. let's see. I'm going to keep that many pair of the footies, or whatever you want to call them. The ankle socks. And then, now the reason why this looks like a lot is because it's those big fuzzy socks, the big, like that. I do want to keep at least one thick pair and one thin pair of those, because I do get, my feet get cold very easily. So I'm just going to stick all these socks that I can into this. I'm not going to be able to stick them all in there, but I'm putting the footies in there too, which I'm stretching that out, and I don't like that, but that's enough. Okay, and in this one is more like long boot socks and stuff. I'm going to keep at least 2 pair of those, and then I'm going to put these in here. I have been wearing my boots more lately. I never wear these things. I never do. I'm going to get rid of them. These that I've already worn, I'm just going to, I don't know, would you donate that? I don't know. I'm going to just throw them away. But these that I have not worn, I'm going to donate, because they're brand new. Haven't worn them. I tried wearing them, but they won't stay on my heels. I don't know, maybe I got the wrong size. I'll put them up there for now. I'm keeping those insoles though, because I might need those. Okay, so I'm not going to show you what's in this one, but I'll just tell you it is women's undergarments. There you go. That's all you need to know. And I'm going to keep, I've got some in the clean laundry. Alright, this is just an undershirt. I don't care if you know about it. It's just an undershirt. And let's see. I want to get at least 2 of the undershirts. Get that. Okay. The rest of these can go down there. Oh, look, a pair of socks. I'll keep those. They wanted to stay with me. More women's undergarments. I'm not going to show those, but I'm going to put me some in here because everybody needs that. Let's see. Which ones do I want to keep? Okay. The rest of these can go, but I do want to keep, now I'll show you this, I don't care. It's like those little shorts type things that you wear under dresses. I do have like 3 or 4 dresses that I kept. I thought I only kept 3, but there was one in the wash, so I kept more, which is fine. I'm not going to keep that pair. I'll keep that pair. Alright, so that's what I'm going to keep here other than what's in the clothes. And there is this one that has some hoodies in it, and I will take that whole thing. I'm not going to keep any of those out. So now I have some undergarments and socks, some you know, that kind of stuff. I have that here that I'm going to keep, and all the rest of this can go down to the mobile home just as it is. And I'll talk to Jeff about if he wants to go ahead and take this little cubby thing, and maybe we'll put something else here, even if it's just one of the kitchen chairs or something. I'll see if he wants to go ahead and take that down there. We might find somewhere else to put the fan. And the basket and stuff that I have on top of that, I can just find somewhere else to put it for now. Now, I'm not going to be taking, these are things that I'm not going to take yet because of the temperature not being controlled down there. I'm not taking any sort of cleaning products other than the ones that are already down there. I'm not taking any hygiene products like soap, shampoo, all that stuff, except for what is already down there. I'm not taking any of the makeup or hair products. I'm not taking any of our food. Anything that needs to be temperature controlled, or I would rather it be temperature controlled, I'm not going to take. But something like clothes, furniture, dishes, I don't mind taking it. Now, I am wondering if I should take some of my books, and some of you have suggested it, but I don't know how the temperature change would be with a book. And I know some people leave their books in their hot cars and stuff, but I have seen books get warped, and I don't know. But I feel like if I have them tightly packed into a box or boxes, I will not be putting them in just one box, because you can't. But otherwise, if I have them in a box, they'll be fine. So I may be going ahead and do it. Even if I don't take them down there, I can go ahead and pack them up. So that is done. And over here is like makeup and hair stuff and all that kind of things. I have gone through this before with you guys. I need to do it again. Not with y'all necessarily, but I need to go through it. It's all become a mess because, y'all, seriously, my house is a mess. All of last year almost, like I think it started in March when my back started acting up really bad. Let me get y'all a little bit. I'm gonna change the focus a little bit. Okay, back whenever my back started acting really bad, and I guess it's when the disc went from being like just bulging, which this is what my doctor said, it was bulging, and then later he said it was herniated. So anyway, whenever it herniated back last March, not this past but the one before, 2023, my house got really bad. I was only doing the basics, gotta do, making sure the kitchen was cleaned, I was making sure the bathrooms were cleaned, vacuuming a lot less than I was, mopping a lot less than I was, because I was mopping at least 3 times a week, and I was vacuuming almost daily, and like everything just kind of stopped almost. And then I had my surgery this January, and I'm still healing from that surgery. I still have nerve damage. I still can't do as much as I could. And then I end up with other things going on, and then now my knee is acting stupid. Y'all, how long does that arthritis flare last? I don't know. It still hurts, but it's not like it was. But I am still taking the medication, but I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm just telling you the facts, that my house suffered when my body started suffering, and my doctor still cannot figure out why my spine started doing this. But one of the things, and I've talked to you guys about this, one of the things that makes my spine problems worse is weight, and I know that. But whenever all of this started, I was probably about 60 or 70 pounds lighter, but I was restricted so much with exercise and stuff, and I was down so much whenever I had this surgery and the other surgery and before the surgery, that I started gaining weight, and then I ended up with other health issues like the insulin resistance that made me gain even more weight. So the weight didn't help my disc, but he said it's not the reason for it. Which a lot of people look at me like, oh, well, you're overweight, that's why your back's messed up. No, it's not. We know that. We have ruled that one out because I was much smaller when it started. It's just gotten worse because I can't be as physical as I was. I'm hoping that as soon as this heals enough that I can actually do things again like I want to, I can shed some of it. But we're not talking about weight today. We're talking about how that my home has suffered because of my pain that I've had over the last almost 2 years. Actually, it's been going on a lot longer than that. It just got really bad last year in 2023. All of this did not used to stay this way. It would get that way and then I'd clean it up, and it'd get that way and then I'd clean it up. Well, lately we've been so busy that I have not had the brain capacity to make the time to clean it up. What I do now is I'll see it, I was like, oh, I need to clean that up. Well, instead of me making the time the way I used to and scheduling it in, I say, oh, I need to do that, and then I forget about it. Even though I see it every day, I forget about it. It's like that's not the priority. So I am hoping that once we get moved and I get it all organized, I can keep it that way. I feel like I can, because we are definitely doing a lot more organization down there than what we have had here, because we are getting rid of things, but also because we're implementing the things as we go. So that's something that I'm looking forward to. But I do find my house is not like gross. My floors are vacuumed and mopped, just not as often as they were. My kitchen is clean. My bathrooms are still clean. I made sure that was done no matter what. Even after my surgery, Jeff did all of that. So he did that for me because he knew it was very important for the kitchen especially. And I don't want to bathe in a nasty shower. Or shower in a nasty shower. I don't want to wash my hands or brush my teeth where the sink is gross, you know? I don't even want to use the toilet if it's gross. So those are priorities that no matter what, they are going to get done. I don't care how much pain I'm in. Which right now I'm okay. We have had a lot go on this week. We had a sick pup. We still have a sick truck. Maggie is doing very well. She's back to her normal self. She is like back to normal. I don't know what was going on with her. Honestly, I don't know if it was the blanket or if she got into something she shouldn't have, which we don't know. I don't know what that would be, because we don't keep things down in our yard at all that would hurt our dogs, because they are our babies and we do not, you know, we're very careful. In fact, like whenever the oil is changed, it's never done back in the backyard. It's never done anywhere near them. Anything that is done to a vehicle, if it might have some kind of fluid involved, it is not done in the backyard, nowhere near them. Nothing that's done to any of our, you know, lawn equipment is done back there if it has any fluids involved. Anything that could harm them, it's not there. So we don't know what happened, but she's doing better, and that is what I am grateful for. But I did immediately, as soon as I saw her, I started praying for her, and she did. I mean, I believe God helped her that day a lot, because I honestly don't think she'd be here if God had not shown me what to do. And I know it's because I knew from past experiences with Jeff teaching me things, because he's the one that taught me. We didn't have animals when I was growing up, but if God brought those things to mind, I didn't think of it myself. I don't think. I'm not going to take the credit anyway. But yeah, I got this done. Now I'm just sitting here jabbing again, just talking. But yes, I have a lot of clothes. My whole family does, not just the ones that live here. I have, all my sisters have a ton of clothes. Their children have always had a lot of clothes. My mama always did. But as I said, now I wouldn't give undergarments to somebody unless they were new, unless they just wanted them, I guess. I don't know. That's just still weird to me. I'd go buy them some before I did that. Like, what I'm saying is, like, when I told y'all about the reason why I have so many clothes, one of the reasons why I used to keep clothes is because whenever we're on a fire department, I could just give them to people, some to people, if something happened to their home. And y'all, I've even got men's clothes. Some of my clothes are like, I've got men's t-shirts, men's shorts. If I needed to, I could give that, you know, to a man's, if his house, you know, whatever. That's the way I've always done, though. I used to only wear men's pants. because they had bigger pockets. Why is that? Anyway, I'm just talking now. I just found something that should not be here. An old hanger that shouldn't be in here. I went through the hangers the other day. I told y'all that. But I'm going to get it out of here because it does not belong. And try to see if there's anything else down here that doesn't belong. So yeah. I don't know why that I feel like I need to say why I have stuff, because it doesn't matter. There are people who have closets that are bigger than my bedroom, full of things. So it doesn't matter why. It's because I do. That's why. And I'm not ashamed of it. I didn't, you know, get them in any nefarious way. Is that the right word? Anyways, you know what I'm saying. Any bad ways. I got them honest. But yeah, I will be back when I'm doing something else. Right now, I'm just running my mouth. What I might do, y'all, I think I will. I did this marinade on the chicken we had. I want to say it was last week. We grilled some chicken, and I just tried something. I didn't actually think. I just started putting stuff in. But I remember what I put in to this chicken, and I'll show you all that marinade. We're going to grill it the same way we always did, but I'll show you the marinade after a while, what I put in it. And it was so good. That was probably the best grilled chicken that we have had, I want to say, ever. It was so good. It was red wine vinegar and Worcestershire sauce, olive oil. It was so good. So I think I'll just go, whenever I start mixing that up, I'll share that with y'all. And I'll shut up now. I talk a lot, y'all. I do. I over-explain. Why do I over-explain? Why am I on YouTube sharing my life, feeling like I have to over-explain so people won't be critical of me? Why do I do that? I don't know. Because people have been critical of me my whole life, it seems. That's the way it feels anyway. It has happened a lot. People are like, why do you have that? Why do you do that? Because I want to. And I share anyway, so it's not like I'm being mean and being a hoarder and keeping it all to myself. I do give things away, and I do purge. It's okay. Okay, guys, let me see if I got this where y'all can see it. I'm going to go ahead and make up this marinade, and I'm going to stick this bag down in this cup to make it a little bit easier on me. And so what I'm going to do is just a Worcestershire sauce, whatever your favorite is. Make sure you shake it up. This is our favorite. I'll put 1/4 of a cup of this in, around 1/4 of a cup. If it's a little bit less, it doesn't matter. It's fine. Okay. And then put this away because it needs to be refrigerated anyways. Then I'm going to put in the red wine vinegar. This is the kind we got because it's just what I found. And I'm going to put about 1/8 of a cup of this. I'm going to put about half of this 1/4. Woo! Like the shot over there. Alright. And I have never put red wine vinegar in anything before, but I did then. And it was so good. Then I'm going to put a little more than 1/8 of olive oil, and this helps it from sticking to the grill. It also gives it, you know, something, I'm sure. Alright, so I'm going to put this away because I don't need it anymore. Forgot to get this. I'm going to get a teaspoon of this Kinder's Buttery Steakhouse seasoning, and this is going to go on 4 pretty large chicken breasts, and then the same of the French onion, And this is something I don't know if you're going to be able to find, but I'm pretty sure you can figure out somewhere. This is the garlic sea salt. I don't know how much I'm putting in there. I'm just going to grind some in there. It's got the garlic and all that with it. Probably about a half a teaspoon, maybe. I don't know. And then I'm going to put in some fresh cracked pepper. As much as you want. With us, we want a lot. Because we're just pepper people. And something that I learned whenever I started buying pepper grinders, you're only supposed to turn one way or it can mess your grinder up. I didn't know that. I saw people doing it back and forth for years. That's not the proper way to do it from everything I read. Like from this company, I think this is Old Thompson, it said do not do that. Alright, and this is the Redmond's sea salt. I'm just going to put about, and I know I just put salt in there, but about 1/8 of a teaspoon. Just for the minerals and stuff that's in there. And then, that's not much. And I might not have made enough. I'm not sure. Last time I just did, you know, my own thing. I maybe should have doubled it, but I'm just going to put the chicken in there and we'll see what happens. And I'm sure it's going to be good. And maybe I'll show y'all after the chicken's done what it looks like, but it just looks like grilled chicken, but it's so good. Okay, so this is how the chicken looks, and I'll let you know if it tastes the same way it did last time that I told you about, because last time it was really good. And then we're having potatoes. They were on the grill too, with onions and then baked beans. Okay, so we have eaten supper and that chicken did taste the same way to me as it did before. Jeff and I had taken the truck to do another diagnostic test. It said the same thing, that the wires and plugs were bad. So Jeff and Noah did something to it. I'm not sure exactly what all they did, but they did something with the coil packs. And now it's running fine. So we're just going to see what happens. And the last thing I'm going to do for this video is we've got these blankets, and there's actually a pillow in there. We're not going to keep the pillow in there. And then inside that what is that bin thing, I don't know, trunk thing, there are like throw blankets and stuff. So I'm going to take the throw blankets and put them in some of these things. I'll show you a little bit better. I got some of these off Amazon. Kathy, I think, told me about them. I'd have to look back and see who told me about them, but I think she did. She sent me an email, and I got 6 of these that I'm going to just put the throw blankets in, and then the bigger ones I think we're going to put in one of the, it's not space bag, but it's the same concept. It's a different brand, but anyway, I'm just going to set the camera up and let y'all watch and listen to some music while Jeff and I do this. Okay, before I start doing this, I want to show y'all this bag a little bit better. And no, this is not sponsored. I paid for this with my own money. So anyway, it's got a handle on each end like this, and it's got a clear pocket thing, not a pocket, but a window thing there. And what size do you think, would you say this is? I don't remember the size. Do you, like, estimating? That's a little over 12 inches, isn't it?
15 to 24.
He said he thinks like 15 by 24. It's very, like, squish. It's small. I mean, it can fold up small, but I think it'll do all right for putting the stuff in and then putting it in the top of the closet to store the stuff that we're keeping, like blankets and stuff. Alright, and then they came in a pack like this. It was actually vacuum sealed tiny, and they came that like this. That's how little they are whenever you get them. But I'm not unfolding them until I need them. I'm going to just leave them in there like that. And this is the space bag thing that we got these from Walmart. It's a magic bag. That's the brand. It's the extra large cube. And you can fit quite a bit in these and vacuum seal it. We bought these whenever Selena moved out her last of her stuff. We bought these for that so that we could squish it all down for her to take with her. Alright, so we're gonna get started with this stuff and just let y'all watch like I said before. Okay, you might not been able to see exactly what we were doing, what I was doing. I mean, you can see what we were doing with that. But I emptied this, which this was originally bought for Jeff's hunting clothes or something to do with hunting anyways. So we're going to use it for what it was meant for. So whenever it's time to pack up his hunting clothes and all that, we're going to go ahead and put it in here, and that's where it's going to live whenever we get down to the mobile home. This, we could probably put a couple more throws in here, but that's what's in here is throw blankets, because we use those all the time, year round. So I might be able to fit one or two more, but you can see the lighting is not good in this room at all. Turn on the bathroom light and see if it helps. I don't think so. Anyway, you can see what's in there. And this, that takes up a whole lot less room in that thing. Look at all this space. Anyway, this, y'all saw how it was shrinking. Y'all saw this. But it shrank down, I don't know, to about how much? Well, it's not half the size it was. Or is it? Huh?
Close.
Close to half the size it was. Much more compact. Now, I don't know how well this brand stays, but I know we've had space bag before and it didn't stay like this, but I'm hoping it does, because we're going to leave it like that until we need the stuff. At least that's my plan. So I have 5 more of these little bags that I'm going to be putting other things in, but I don't know what all yet. But tomorrow I plan to take this and this little thing and my other little cubbies over here that are full of socks and everything. All of these that sock just popped out. All these down to the mobile home whenever we go, so that they'll be not here, they'll be there. Okay, so I don't know if we're going to take that little thing or not, because we don't have anywhere to put our fan, but if we figure it out tonight, we probably will take that tomorrow. I don't know if we're going to put it in the closet or if we're just going to have it somewhere in the bedroom. I want it in the closet because I don't want it to be out in the bedroom like it is now. So I don't think there's anything else that I've talked about earlier that I needed to remind you or tell y'all about or whatever. But I will see y'all again tomorrow. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I do appreciate it. If you don't mind, leave me a comment down below. Let me know how you're doing. And if you have a prayer request, you can leave that down below as well. And remember, don't take any wooden nickels, and be sweet.